Hi everybody, this is a video to those who have missed that last night's sermon, one-time event I shared at City Life Church last night. I figured since it's a beautiful day here in Melbourne, I will share this sermon event to you live from outside. Firstly, I wanted to say that it has been an absolute pleasure and joy for the events that I went through yesterday, and I feel that this opportunity I had last night with my friends, life group, was an absolute honor indeed. So I want to start the speech now. Hi, my name is Amanda Rose Miriam Getkin Chu. I am half Malaysian and half Australian. There are 3 things you should know about me. I do not like durian, I do not like bean shoots, and I do not like squatting toilets. I'm also lactose and fructose intolerant, and I'm also allergic to shellfish as well. But I also carry a huge secret as well. You see, I have 5 disabilities. I have high functioning autism, I have an intellectual disability, which is a major gap difference from others I learn. So by birth, I'm 25 years old, but I function like a 13-year-old inside. I also have mild cerebral palsy, and as well as I have childhood epilepsy, which actually I had a 30-minute seizure as well, but I grew out of as well too. As part of my autism, I actually work under situations that help me grow, as well as I face really major, difficult situations, the social skills situations, as well as work situations as well too. The mild cerebral palsy I have is really difficult, such as the changing light bulbs, as well as the fine motor skills issues I have too. My low muscle tone in both my legs has helped me to develop stronger in both of my legs, and helps me to grow as well as struggle daily too. The last disability I have is my abnormal brain, which is my left side is normal and my right side is smaller. To clarify as well, with my mild cerebral palsy as well, is also my right hand. I've always had such strong feelings too, ever since I started noticing I wasn't happy that people treated me differently. So I started having that major shift to how I want to treat others with love, patience, kindness, wisdom, respect, positivity, and so much more. As a Christian, I felt it was the right, smart way to do it, as well as a human way to do it too. And that is the best way to handle situations. And that was the best pathway to take. Growing up in a typical Asian family, some of us can agree that we were able to take on things when we were being, influenced from our parents, and things were done a certain way. When it comes to having love and affection towards us, I did get that, but sometimes it wasn't enough. Especially when I needed it the most, sometimes it wasn't enough for me. Sometimes I would sit down in my grandmother's home, where I lived for most of my life for 22 years, and I would just hug myself when I didn't receive the love and affection, and stare at my grandmother's window and thinking to myself, who would want me as a child with such a difficult life? And I repeat to myself, I'm just a young girl with a disability. Then surely I would hear God's voice telling me, you are not silly, my Amanda. You are my child, with such a gift that I planted in you since day one. You are your own self, and you have a choice whether to be still connected to your family or not till this very day. So you have every right to feel all the things that you do, and if it's beyond out of your control, if it's too complicated for you, when things are so overwhelming for you, you have a choice whether you can manage it or not. God doesn't leave you at all. And you can spread the love, your kind of love, in many ways you can, but make sure it's safe, mature, and for the right reasons, and when you address it as well. Whenever I make new friends, it's so coined by the sixth encounter that they can tell I have a disability. And I'm not ashamed to admit that. It's a relief for me, in fact. And we usually, without me crying on this camera video, we talk about it and it educates them. And it's a great insight for both of us to know them, that they know me better. I have 4 jobs, in fact, and all of them are volunteer. Some of my friends wonder, why do I not get paid? Which is a conversation for another time. I work at City Life Church Knox, which is not far from where I live. I have a playgroup called Kids Biz on a Friday morning from 8:45 to 11:30 a.m. My team is the largest group. We've extended since COVID. And we have 6 leaders and 33 kids, which is amazing. And my role is setting up the room and song and dance. I'm usually the first one there, and I've been at this role for 8 years. If this can count years. I'm also a kids church helper in the preschool 4 on Sundays every 2 months, teaching kids about God the last 14 years. So I've been there since I was 11 at the 11:15 a.m. service, which is a blessing, and I love teaching kids about God. I'm also a tennis coach at Vermont South. We are a tennis club the last 3 years, and it's been a real pleasure working with this team. So massive shout out to We Are Tennis, especially to all the members that I work with. I work there on Mondays, Thursdays and Fridays from 3 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. At this stage, we're actually having an open day in March, so feel free to come check us out in a couple of weeks. I coach 3 to 10-year-old kids and sometimes teenagers and older kids if needed with the other coaches around me. And lastly, I work for Salvation Army Knox, which is not far from here, 2 days a week for 4 hours whilst maintaining an independent household, which is here in my place, and lifestyle that I love so I can pay the bills as well as living a full independent life. So you can say I live a very busy world, which is good because I hate being bored. As for my education years, was endless hard work of days and years, which includes 5 years of becoming fully independent, 2 years of getting my learner's permit, so driving, 2 years of my hospitality degree, so I worked at a restaurant called Zest, as well as working and educating studies at Homestead TAFE and working for Novotel as well. 2 years of getting, 7 years of getting my social skills right, 16 years of tutoring plus getting other things involved too, being accepted into a normal school, which was St. Justin's back in 2009. All those things were great, but I felt something still was missing. And over the years, after ignoring it and the thought of it, I actually found the answer. And it's from these Christian songs at the top of my favorite listings. I'm only going to sing the lyrics of the songs, not the whole entire song clearly. And these are my favorite artists. And the first song is called Walk by Faith, and it's from Jeremy Carroll, and it goes like this. And the song's called Walk. I will walk by faith, even when I cannot see. All because this broken road, prepare your will for me. The next song I'm going to sing, there are only a few bits of it, it's called I Still Believe, and it's by the same artist, Jeremy Carroll. I still believe in your faithfulness. I still believe in your truth. I still believe in your holy word, even when I do not still believe. But these words are extremely powerful, guys, that always make me realize when I have these diagnoses with a Christianity faithful, loving heart, it's never too late coming towards our mighty Father God and having that relationship with Him that is unbreakable. The 3 disability schools I went to, I was always mixed into the crowd of believers and non-believers of Christ, and it still happens till this day. I'm happy to blend in as well as knowing what it takes to actually interact and communicate with them. If you're unsure what is coming ahead for you, that is okay. You are not alone, trust me. Life is never easy. We all have to learn the hard way of life, and that is something I've learned since year 12. It's been 8 years since I've been out of school now, and I'm 25 years old now, and I'm thrilled I went through that phase, because now I can pass on to my experiences and this world of wisdom to my family and friends who need my help most. So often I get people coming up to me saying I look like a friendly person or like a pop star. And I laugh and take that as a compliment. Because I have used public transport since I was 13 years old. I've always do the best thing, which is remain happy and show kindness in every way possible, and just display the random act of kindness as well. All the time, because it's a good human thing, but it's also showing the true me of being a good Christian too. One of the biggest questions I've been asked lately in the sermon is how I became so loving towards others around me. It was actually, I never really got that a lot of that growing up. And other ways I've always yearned that. And I was dismissed and left out in the shadows, which was so sad for someone like myself, who suffered so much, and it hit me like a ton of bricks. Personally, and I would spend so many nights crying and thinking, who would see the real Amanda? Why would anyone just see all I wanted to do was just love and spread happiness with no harm? Is that so hard to do? But then that wasn't my plan or issue to deal with or take on. I had to let others see the real me. I cannot always people please everyone. My journey is mine alone to make. If I want to love others, so I should. If they don't like me and they lose me, it's not my grief, it's theirs. My disability has made me become more loving than ever, because God is stronger. My happiness, on the other hand, has taken so many highs in my journey, in my world. I have so many friends who have become my home. I have blood family, of course. I'm trying not to cry in this camera video clearly. I have awesome working teams. I have a great home that I live an independent life, and of course a loving Father Jesus. My disability doesn't define who I am. Within my limits, and yes, it can be extremely painful every day, but I balance it out by overcoming every obstacle, because that is who I am. So now I'm going to let you guys have a look at this video link after this clip called Overcomer by Mandisa, and I want you guys to just absorb the message of this link video and have a look at the stories of what this message of the video of Overcomer means to you. There's one question I want you guys to think about. What are you planning to overcome this year? When you watch this clip, it will show you each season some people in this video have been through and what they've struggled to overcome. So I'll be back shortly with this next video of the sermon. Enjoy.